Civil War, the new movie by Alex Garland, has been praised and damned by both liberals and conservatives, but what an important movie I think it is. At a time when apocalyptic extremists in the United States are hankering for a civil war, well done to Alex Garland for showing us just how horrific that would be. Some people in the United States seem to be disappointed that the Civil War as depicted in that movie didn't look glorious enough for them, or that the divisions between liberals and conservatives went spelt out clearly enough. But none of that really needed to be spelt out so explicitly. What was so shocking was to see how mundane middle America could be sucked so easily into a civil war. And did it all really seem that far-fetched? Well, not to me. In a society where open gun carry is increasingly fetishized, where no number of high school slaughters has any impact on gun control and we just move on to the next mass shooting, and where there's been an increase in terrorism by both the far right and also theocratic based terrorism, and where we also have the democratic structures put in place by the founding fathers 200 years ago being undermined by people who claim laughably to be representing the founding fathers and their constitution. I wondered whether or not seeing it through the eyes of war photographers would work, but actually it came across brilliantly. We had this kind of generational conflict between a seasoned war photographer called Lee, played by Kirsten Dunst, and a young Zoomer, upwardly mobile correspondent called Jessie, played by Kaylee Spinney. I did permit myself a very small wry smile when Gen Xer Lee is killed, riddled with bullets, saving the life of Zoomer Jessie, who then cold-bloodedly takes photos of her mentor as she falls to the ground. I realise how this worked plot-wise, but it also seemed a fitting metaphor for how Zoomer's dream of walking over the twitching bodies of Gen Xers and Boomers in order to get on in life. The film ends with the US president getting his comeuppance. I suppose I should have said spoiler alert, but it's pretty obvious. And the abruptness of the ending was something I really liked. It reminded me of 1970s experimental cinema, because you don't really need to have every detail spelt out in a movie. All you need to do, moviegoers, is switch back on your Marvel comic, Marvel franchise addled brains and start thinking again. I love this movie, and it was great to see a bit of cinema addressing what's going on in the United States today in a very blunt and brutal and intelligent manner, instead of the endless escapism that we're treated to with sequels, prequels and so on. So I thoroughly recommend Civil War to you. Go and see it or download it, watch it and tell me what you think. Now, my book, Jack the Ripper and Abraham Lincoln, is out. It's available on Amazon. It's selling very well, but I think you may not have bought it. So get your copy today and tell me what you think about my book as well. I'd be very curious to know. Thank you and goodbye.